Welcome back to JM Clips. Today we're talking Superman. All right, so the first minute of this will be a spoiler-free thought and review, and then I'll let you know when the spoilers are going to start. I just watched Superman tonight with my lovely wife. We saw it on the IMAX, big screen, loud sound, the way it was meant to be. The strength of this movie is the weakness of this movie, meaning it is a living, breathing, walking, talking comic book. Any time in this movie when I thought, I don't know if I like that, I would imagine a still frame, give it a good, cartoon animated look, picture in the squares of a comic book. I'm like, oh, that looks great. What if he said that in a caption thought bubble? Then it seemed really good. It's fun to blend two different mediums. One medium is literature, specifically comics. The other is film and cinema. And sometimes it's fun to blend that medium, right? With the Adam West Batman movies where it's like zap and boom. But when you try to make both worlds live inside of each other, sometimes you get kind of cheek and tongue, and just kind of where moments are supposed to have that cinematic weight, they have a comic book sense of emotional snappiness. And so with that, there's strengths and weaknesses. And so sometimes the funny moments that were comic book influenced were funny and they landed. Other times I wanted the moment to breathe and the weight to settle. And for that cinema real breathing moment to just sit in, and then it would go to the comic stuff. And so like I said, it was a strength and it was a weakness. This is not a spoiler, but Krypto is in this movie. I liked Krypto. I went into the movie fully being prepared to not like and to hate on Krypto, but he worked. Krypto worked in this movie. I don't know how, but he did. I wasn't going to like a 100% CGI dog, but I did. And so Krypto's a plus. Some things I did not like in this movie. So much CGI. So much CGI. So much CGI. But the writer-director of this is James Gunn. That sounds right? I'll see. Anyways, so this guy is the Marvel guy that did the Guardians of the Galaxy. If that's just now dawning on you, I'm sure if you've seen both movies, you can tell he has a particular style. The problem is when he left Marvel and went to DC, he brought Marvel with him, and it felt like I was watching that kind of Marvel movie, just insane intergalactic warfare. But for some reason, Superman's in it, and so that wasn't fun. There was a big spoiler. Here's one of the tiny spoilers. There's a really big green monster that started out cute and then just grew really, really big. I did not like that. Again, it felt like I'm in the middle of Monsters Inc. And then there's Superman. When he was fighting that thing, it did not feel as though I'm fighting a Superman movie, right? Now, some pros that they stuck to, some Superman tropes that they really landed and allowed to be part of the main narrative was Superman is human. He's alien, he's a Kryptonian, but he's human as they come, right? And his empathy and his passion and his heart. That was something they really landed on at the end of the movie. But if your whole selling point is to humanize a character larger than life, it's going to be really hard to do that when his entire atmosphere is CGI. Sorry, I got a hot water heater going over here. Me and my wife are moved into a new place and we're still unpacking and things. But spoiler, Lex in this movie has this prison, and maybe this is true to the comics, a certain series, I don't know, but he has this prison inside a pocket of another universe that he created, a universal prison. And inside this universe prison, there's this river of rainbow looking protons and neutrons, and if you fall in it, you're goner, you know? If you want to humanize your protagonist, don't have the majority of what he's fighting being something that humans cannot at all relate to, right? The thing he needs to overcome needs to be something humanity can sink its teeth into. And me, I don't know you, but I've been walking around Earth for 23 years now, and I can't sink my teeth into a pocket portal prison that has an intergalactic neutron-proton river that kills you. Never seen one. If you go to watch this, like I was prepared to hate on it pretty good. There are going to be some things you surprisingly enjoy. But all the things you go into, it's prepared to not like. 80% of that you're still not going to like. And so I'm a Superman fan, true and true. I will always like watching Superman on the big screen. But I don't know about you, I'm still holding on to Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum's Smallville. That's the true story right there. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. As always, go and watch more movies.